we go. Now we're live. I was starting to think something was wrong.
I know, but we are live.
Yay. Well, I am back here with my business bestie, Eileen, and we just want to tell you guys we're back and catch you up in our lives, and we'd love to hear what's going on in your lives. Okay. So
yeah, I think that's a really good thing. We'll talk a little bit, and then I think it's only fair they put some comments down and let us know about something neat for them. Yeah. I wanted to talk today about change. There's a couple things for me that are really important, Erica, that I like to share. And I know you've gone through some really drastic changes as well. And I think sometimes people think change is either good or bad. Mm-hmm. My feeling is change is a new chapter. And so there are some chapters that are better than others, right, in our lives. Yeah. And so I would love to ask you a few questions about some of the changes you've been going through, and then I'll let you do turnabout as fair play with me. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. So first of all, I think you have a change of location where you were when we used to do our podcast.
Yeah. So I am at my house in Jamaica. So I'm excited. Yes, change of location.
Tell me,
change the country.
Yeah. So I want to ask you a couple of questions about that. So that's a big change, right? Going from the snow to Jamaica, that's not such a bad change, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that's
a good change. But you've had some changes where you had to make some decisions, and you and I have been friends for a long time, and you and I both know we've gone through some challenging times.
Yes.
But I believe that the worst part of change is the indecisiveness. I can't even say the word indecisiveness. Mm-hmm. About that impending change. And we both have made some drastic changes. So talk about that for a little bit. Tell us, how did you come to that conclusion to make this change and Jamaica be your home? And tell us a little bit about it.
All right. Well, I've loved Jamaica forever. Okay. So I've been around Jamaicans since I'm 16 years old. I had a Jamaican restaurant when I was 21. So I love Jamaica. And then, Tex Roy and I have a podcast also together, and we wrote a book, and, I've visiting here, and I was like, this is it. I'm going to be here because my body is happier here. I can walk. I'm not in pain. I'm off all of my medications that I was on before.
Wow.
I think a change of scenery, a change of heart can really do the body good. So I feel like I am the old Erica that I was many years ago, but better. Not that I'm being a braggy pants. I just feel more like myself. I feel settled, I feel safe, and I feel just excited, for the future.
That's great. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about a personal change, right? The move. So career change. I don't think I've ever seen you change what you've done in the many years. I think we decided like 25 years that I've known you. It's always been about helping people. It's always been about your blessing method. Mm-hmm. And I know you're continuing that. But I think there have been changes, at least for me, in how I do that and where I'm doing it. And tell us about some of those changes that are happening right now. Yeah. And I know you've got a big retreat coming up. So
yes. So I still do my coaching and my group coaching. I have my courses. They're virtual, right? My direct sales business, I worked really hard on that. And I can still do all that virtually and have things shipped. So that's not different. What's different is in Jamaica, though, there's more in person now. So I'm having a big birthday party event where people are going to come. There's things for, alcohol's for sale, food's for sale. So that's the kind of a cool thing. I've always kind of been in the party plan, right? So that's big. And then in person, now I'm hosting retreats. So I have a business. It's the Women's Entrepreneur Retreat. It's in Jamaica. It's also virtual or in person. So that's kind of a new thing, for me. Like I said, I've had events in my community. I love a party. I love a theme, but bringing all these fabulous speakers together, and you better be at the next one, my friend, Eileen.
I know. I need to be there. So it sounds like you and I have not talked about this. I don't know if people often believe this.
I don't even know when the last time we talked.
We have not talked about any of this. But when I heard you talking about your party in Jamaica, I had shared with you earlier that I was planning something. 5 minutes ago, I shared with you.
Yes.
And I didn't share with you all the details, but
tell me.
In May, I'm having an event. We're celebrating our new home. We're celebrating my birthday, Bob's birthday. And so I decided to invite 8 people who were so instrumental in us getting our home. The
Oh,
agents, the mortgage person, the corporate title person, the inspector. I've never found such wonderful people. So I thought, you know what better way to network than
yeah.
to invite them into our celebration and
Yes.
invite the neighbors and our friends and family. And
Yes.
that's really a place where people can hear about things that I love to share. And that is people who work from the heart. So
It's
isn't it interesting how we're taking a party
yeah.
and being able to do that and have some fun as well? So,
It's so true. And you know what I was thinking is that so for I'm walking around town, I have my flyers, but you know, if you give someone a flyer, they can lose it, right? So now I'm asking them what's their WhatsApp number and I'm texting them so I can create a group. So we're both taking our business knowledge and just putting a different, it's not really a different spin on it. It's just a different title, I'd say, wouldn't you say?
yeah, and it's funny. Yesterday, I went to, you would be really proud of, a women's club meeting that is here in our community. I'm meeting all kinds of people. In fact, Eric, I have to tell you and the audience, I have the best neighbors. We have a neighbor hosting a wine and cheese party next week for the entire street to meet us. So
What?
we are just in the right place at the right time. But what I was going to say to you is that I think that change brings so many things that you never even think about. You know, we knew we wanted a bigger house and a place for our little pooches, and I could have flowers and watch butterflies. But I had no idea of the people we are going to meet. And at the meeting, there was a woman saying that the person who collects for diapers is sick today, so we're not going to be doing it. And my thought was, oh my gosh, diapers. The business I'm working with now that has the e-commerce store where you can get diapers less money. I'm so excited to be able to help them. Yet I didn't go there for that. I went there to meet my neighbors. And so, Erica, do you agree that whether you're in Jamaica, whether we're in Florida, whether you're in Maryland, Texas, wherever it is, a change usually leads to meeting really neat people who you never knew would be in your life.
Yes.
And at the same time, the people who have been in your life are excited for you to have the change and meet the new people in your life.
Yes, I definitely, and I would say, I don't know, for me, I think a lot of people are like, I don't want to move somewhere new because I don't know anywhere, I don't know anyone, I don't know this, I'm comfortable at my pharmacy, but I'm sure, like for me and for you, we've met all these fabulous people, and I don't think you and I had that fear that we didn't know anyone.
No,
We didn't know what was going to happen, but we just weren't afraid of that,
no.
right?
And I think it's again an attitude with who else in my life am I going to meet that can add to my life that if I stayed in the same place, that wouldn't happen.
It's true. And you know what I'm pretty sure that as you were going through this move and all these cruises that you didn't stop working, did you?
No, I didn't stop working, but it's a different kind of working. I want people who are listening to us to know that the most important thing I believe Erica and I can bring to you today is that there is absolutely no excuse not to work unless you're just choosing not to. And then that becomes a reason to think, am I in the right business? Am I doing what's right? Because we don't look for excuses when we like what we're doing. Instead, we find ways to get them done in spite of what we're doing.
Exactly. And I don't know if it ever feels truly like work, like it's heavy, unless it's like some back office stuff that I don't like to deal with, you know, but I pay people to do that. I don't want to, but like the regular stuff, I'm sure I know you well on all those cruises and getting this home and moving. Did you increase your business during that time?
Oh, of course. And I get to get paid. I'm getting money. You know, that's the beauty of it. And like even here, I happen to have here, I'm going back to review some people. This is from April 7th, you know, that I had made these contacts. And these are the people that I went back to. And so even during the last few weeks where I've sort of been what I'd call working differently, I never stopped thinking about sharing. And that's the one thing I would say that I'm going to do to close this out. Mm-hmm. When you make a change, it doesn't mean you've changed. And I think that's really important. When you make a change, it doesn't mean that you've changed. Mm-hmm. I'm making changes. Like today, Bob and I decided we're not walking regularly. We need to do that. So at 7:30 every night, we're going to take a walk and meet new neighbors, right? And
I
we'll take
love it.
yeah, so at 7:30 we're doing that. I have a new watering can that I got because of my flowers and looking at butterflies. So every other day at a certain time, I'm going to do that. I pour my cup of coffee and go sit out in our Florida room and look at the flowers in the morning and the butterflies. So I'm making changes, but it doesn't mean I've changed my passion for work.
No. And I hope that you sit there, because I know sometimes I look outside and I see the palm trees and I think, oh my gosh, I did this. I was able to do this. Me, who am I? Like, if I could do this, anyone can. And I hope that you do sit back and enjoy those butterflies and reflect on that, because you blessed others, right? And you impacted their lives. Look what happened. You're living your dream,
Can we give everyone a challenge who's listening to us?
Yes, who's here? Say what's up. Say hello and tell us where you are.
We really want you to feel that there are some changes you can make today that are positive. We're not asking you to change careers, change companies, change this, change homes, change countries. We're just saying
you don't have to copy us.
No, but just something that you want to change. Maybe tomorrow you want to wake up and do something differently. Maybe it has to do with reading, from the Bible. Maybe it has to do with reading a book. Maybe it has to do with listening to your favorite song or music. But do something to make a change, knowing it won't change you. But I think what Erica and I would say is it sure leads to a lot of happiness when you make small or big changes once you make the decision to make them.
Exactly. And you will grow. And just trust us on this. Will you let us know below if you will take us up on that? And what are you going to do if you feel comfortable sharing that? Because, hey, you might inspire someone else, right?
Absolutely. Well, Erica, I really know that your retreat's going to be amazing. You always have so much to add to people's lives. So I hope that many of the people who are listening will be a part of it. I do want to remind people that we are always, working with different types of things to reach out and help people, from my little heart that has my nice little oils here, essential oils that I love, to helping people with, I know you love the brownies and the cookies, by the way, now Rice Krispie treats.
I know. I just sent a bunch because I sent swag for my retreat, and I love that automation tool that you taught me about years ago.
Yummy stuff. And we're going to be able to use our Fin credits for our transact and save money from transactions. We've got all kinds of things. And of course, Erica will teach you with whatever you're doing now, not just what we're doing. Erica and I like to do some of the same things together, but whatever you're doing right now, you will learn how to do more of it, working from the heart.
Yes. Well, we're going to come back to our regularly scheduled program. We just had a lot of life going on, but we didn't forget about you guys. Okay.
No.
So please continue to invite people wherever you are watching this, and let us
know. We're back.
So we'll see you guys next week then, right?
Have a great week.
You too. Bye.